Welcome to the channel and welcome to this 1750 point match play game between Orks and Tyranids. So for the first time on the channel, my new Ork army. I get to play with my new Ork army, Murphy's Waagh. Yes, we're going to be rampaging across the battlefield for the first time, and there's going to be a great big scrap. We're going up against Tyranids, so who can punch the other one the hardest. And what you've got here is an Ork encampment which stretches away in the distance. Murphy and his boys have been hanging out here, playing with their loot. Slowly building their power, building their army, building their forces, and on this green and verdant world, the Tyranids have landed, attracted by all this biomass. Clearly they have a taste for mushrooms as well. So the Orks get to have a lovely great scrap, which means I think the Orks win, because if the Orks fight, the Orks win. Yeah. Anyway, so what we're going to play is cleanse and capture, because the Orks want to capture this site, the Tyranids want to cleanse this site, or the other way around. The Tyranids want to cleanse the site and the Orks want to capture it, and it's straight out of the main rulebook. 3 Maelstrom cards a turn, every turn, nice and simple. I'm playing with Orks for the first time, we need to keep it simple. So there's 6 objectives on the table. As you can see, there's 2 in no man's land. We're doing this spearhead deployment. The Orks are deployed 12 inches back on this side. They've been in their encampment, chilling out, fighting each other, having a jolly good time. The Tyranids are 12 inches back, deploying on that side, and they've got 1 objective in their table portion. This one over here is also in no man's land, and we put 2 down here in the Ork encampment, 1 in the building, 1 next to the gateway to the Ork encampment, because it just makes narrative sense. Orks versus Tyranids. We welcome to the channel for the first time Mr. Mikey P. Say hi, Mikey P.
Hi, Mikey P.
Thanks for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
Nice Warhammer t-shirt on there. Hasn't you got on there?
Lovely.
It'd been better with a DeploymentZone.tv t-shirt.
It's got the logo.
It has got the Deployment Zone.
It does say also found at www.deploymentzone.tv.
That's one of the new Warhammer t-shirts.
It is.
Yeah, well done. You've been on Warhammer a few times. You've been in Deployment Zone a few times. You've done some big debates with us.
I have.
Yes. So thanks for coming. But the first time on Winter's SEO.
First time here.
And you brought your High Fleet with you.
I have.
And you've started again in the 8th because you took a big time out, so you haven't got any of the 6th rules or the 7th rules. You're not going to make any mistakes whatsoever, 8th only.
Yes. I will make no guarantees towards no mistakes.
Pregnant pause there. Talking about mistakes, me fighting with Orks for the first time. I'm keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. Cleanse and capture. 1750 points worth of matched play. It's gonna be fun. So let's do some shout outs. The game mat is from gamemat.eu. This terrain, the swampy terrain, is from Red Dragon Gaming. The dice, the objective markers you can get from deploymentzone.tv. This awesome Ork terrain, this is custom MDF terrain, you can get from Cromlech. So if you go to the Cromlech website, you can get lots and lots of Ork terrain. I've got some more buildings, some more stuff from Cromlech, but I didn't want to go overboard for my very first Ork game. The way we're going to play it is, if you're wholly within one of these terrain pieces, you'll get +1 to your cover, +1 to your cover. Obviously there's some, these are going to count as ruins, you can't embark in them, but you can stand on top of them for +1 cover. Does that make sense to you?
I believe it does.
Nice. We've got some line of sight blocking terrain there, line of sight blocking terrain here, there and everywhere. I have to admit, I'm quite excited for this.
Should be fun.
It should be fun.
It's going to be a proper dust up.
You've got lots of bugs, but I've got lots of boys.
Well, this is it, yes. Lots of models.
Lots and lots of models, so let's go and have a look at these armies. Okay, this is exactly 1750 points worth of Orks, and I'm keeping it simple. It's just a battalion. I know with Orks you can easily run battalions and brigades, but I want to keep it simple on my first bite. And these Orks are extremely lucky because they're the first Orks in Murphy's Waagh that get to fight. So because of that, I've given them the Lucky Blue Kits clan culture. Death Skulls, I think it is. Basically, each unit can re-roll 1 hit, 1 wound, and 1 damage every time they have to roll for hits, wounds, or damage. And they've all got 6 invulnerable save. Nice and simple. So, leading my charge is this speed boss on a War Killer Death Trike. He believes might is right. That's his warlord trait. So he's got an extra strength, an extra attack. That gets him up to strength 8 in close combat and 6 attacks. I picked that warlord trait, not brutal or cunning or any of the other ones, because again, it's simple. I can remember it. And then there's this boy next to him. He's very weird. Lightning firing out of his eyes and smoke dribbling out of his ears. He's got da jump. And this boy over here, he's got a banner which he can smack people with. But also the boss has told him that, told everyone that when they're close to the banner to fight harder. So that's what happens with the banner. And then many boys. I think there's a unit of 23 and a unit of 20 slugger chopper boys, because they are quite keen to go charging in there and smack things. And the boss knob in this one's got a big chopper. Boss knob over there has got power claw, and then 2 units of 12 shooter boys. And there's a power claw in this squad, power claw in that squad. Now I'll put a big shooter in each of these mobs of boys there. The plan is with the shooter boys is basically put them in the truck, drive them around all over the place, firing out the top of it and having a jolly good time, and hopefully some of the shots might actually hit some of the enemy. Nice and simple. So many boys, because I think you need lots of boys when you play Orks. I think you do. Oh, relic, or in the case of Orks, shiny gubbins. I've given the dead shiny shooter to the knob with the war banner there. Basically, he's got an Uzi. Instead of a 4-shot combi weapon, he's got an 12-shot, 18-inch range gun. Just spraying lead everywhere, and maybe he'll hit something. I brought a unit of mega knobs, because I like mega knobs. I think they look really cool. And they'll be clanking forward, maybe the jumping forward. There's pairs of kill saws in there and power claws. One's got a combi scorcher, but various weapons. What you see is what you get on all the weapons here. And then the speed boss that came revving in when he heard that there was a fight here, brought along a unit of knobs on war bikers with him. 5 of them have got big choppers. One of them's just got a normal chopper because he hasn't had enough teeth yet to buy himself a big chopper. And then there's a couple of war buggies trundling along with the speed Waagh as well. So 2 shock jump dragsters, 1 booster blaster. And they'll be racing around all over the place, firing guns in various directions, hoping to hit stuff. So this list, when I put it together, I figured there'd be lots and lots of boys inside the fortification doing all their stuff with some mega knobs and hanging out. And then the speed freaks would be racing around to join the fight. Keeping it simple. Keeping it straightforward. Hopefully I won't forget too many rules. Need to remember I can re-roll everything, basically 1 hit, 1 wound, 1 damage. Need to remember that I can re-roll charging with Orks, and they've got their mob up rule as well, which means the larger the squad of Orks, the less likely they are to fail morale. Hence, big squad of 20, big squad of 23 boys. And there should be a good scrap coming up. So that's the Ork armies. That's Murphy's Waagh. Unfortunately, Murphy isn't here today. But that's Murphy's Waagh. And one more thing. These miniatures all beautifully painted up by Den of Imagination Painting Services. And I think they have done an absolutely stunning job. This boy here, he's my fave. He looks really mean. I like him. Right, let's go and have a look at the Tyranids. Here we have 1748 points worth of bugs. There's a battalion and the one with the heavies in it. Spearhead. So that's 9 command points in total. What is your... what High Fleet is this?
It is Jormungandr, and the name of this High Fleet in particular is the Shai Hulud.
The Shai Hulud.
Yes.
High Fleet Shai Hulud.
Those who know, know.
Those who know. Okay, brilliant. And what does Jormungandr do?
You get +1 cover save, basically, unless you have fly or you advance or charge.
So that's really helpful if you are getting shot at by a shooty army.
Yes.
You're fighting Orks.
Yes, I know. But they're always Jormungandr. That's how I always play them. So why change now?
Yeah, if you're sticking to the narrative,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. That's good. That's good. A narrative bunny through and through. Who's your warlord? Where are your traits? What am I looking at?
Okay, the warlord is the Tervigon.
Okay.
And she has the synaptic linchpin.
So that means their synapse range is 18 inches.
Indeed,
Should
yes.
mention that Tyranid bugs don't need to take morale so long as they're in synapse. So that's
Quite
18
right.
for her, 18 for the hive tyrants in the backfield. The brood lord is also a synapse as well.
Yes, that's right. And so, okay, yeah, we've got Tervagons from HQ,
Yep.
and 3 troops choices. We've got 30 Termagants,
Yep.
all swarming around her, her little babies.
Yep.
And then on the left, we've got 20 Gene Stealers.
Yep.
And on the right, we've got 20 Gene Stealers.
Big squads of Gene Stealers, because of
Yes.
course if Gene Stealers are in squads of bigger than 10, they get an extra attack.
They
Why did you
do.
make a Tervagon your warlord?
Because she's the brood mother. These are her babies.
Okay,
It's
again,
just- she always has been, basically.
sticking to
most
the
of the time.
narrative again,
And
sticking to your manga,
yeah.
sticking to... That's nice.
Yeah, I didn't bring my Neurophrobe. Otherwise, obviously, that would be my warlord.
Yes, the brain bug.
The brain bug, yes.
Okay,
So the other HQ in the battalion
Yep.
is the Broodlord
right.
at the back there. He's got the horror.
Okay,
And I should say the Tervagon, she has Catalyst as her psychic power.
okay.
And then
Relics?
relics, yeah, the relic is on the Florin at the back with the
Okay.
Scything Talons. He's got the Ymgal factor,
Nice,
so we've got
okay.
to try and remember that.
So when you get into an assault, we roll a dice and find out.
Yes.
Where-
+1 strength, toughness, or attacks.
Nice.
And then, so that's one Florent there with the
Yeah.
Scything Talons. They've got the other Florent to the left there. He has got the Twin Devourers with Brain Leech Worms. That's
So
the one.
that's-
All the shooty.
Yeah, is that 12 shots or 24 shots or something?
He's got 2 sets.
So that's
2
24
times
shots.
Twin Devourers. 24 shots, yes.
Should be good at wrecking orcs.
Yes, I'm very much hoping so.
Okay,
It's about the shootiest thing I've got in this army.
okay.
So those twin, the Hive Tyrants there, they are the HQs for my Spearhead detachment.
Right.
So the heavies in that consists of a Trigon Prime.
That's a prime, is it? So
It is a
he's
prime.
synapse as well.
He is, and he's going to have these Gene Stealers pop up with him.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll get a charge off. We'll see.
Yep.
And we've got a Morlock
Yep.
just behind him, and then we've got a Screamer Killer.
Screamer killer. So, okay.
I think the Screamer Killer has only just been painted, so I expect it to die
Oh,
ingloriously.
well, talking about new model syndrome, everything in my army is new model syndrome. So,
Well, fingers crossed it all dies then.
right, there's various psychic powers spread across the army. We'll get to them when we get to them. You can see the cards spread around here. Have you got any adrenal glands or toxin sacs, any upgrades for your big bugs?
Yes, I do. So Stabby,
Yeah.
as he is affectionately known, the Florent with the Scything Talons, has got adrenal glands, and
Okay.
so has the Trigon Prime.
Just those two.
That's right.
So +1 to advance or charge.
Correct.
So when he comes bursting out the ground, that'll be an 8-inch charge instead of an 9-inch
Indeed.
charge.
And should Stabby fly from the sky, it would also be an 8-inch charge.
Okay. So that's just under 1750 points worth of Tyranids from your Mangunda with 9 command points. You've got many, many little things running across the battle grid, and so have I. But quite a number of big bugs there, which are going to be difficult for me to remove without running up and punching. And then, of course, big bugs are pretty good at punching back. So it's
Yeah.
going to be a mosh pit in the middle of the table. There might not be enough left, much left by the end of this battle. Should be interesting. Let's go on to deployment. And we're deployed for this 1750 point match play game between the Orks and Tyranids. Now, when you play Cleanse and Capture from the main rulebook, the army that deploys first can choose whether they go first or second. And Mikey P got his army down first. So the Trigon Prime and the Morlock are in reserve, along with one of the Winged Hive Tyrants. Here's the shooty Winged Hive Tyrant, and there's the Warlord, the Tervagon with her Tervagant brood. Screamer Killer, Tyranids, Gene Stealers over here, next to the Broodlord. And the other squad of big Gene Stealers are in the Trigon Prime's tunnel, right?
Correct.
Come busting up. So actually, at this time, not a lot of bugs on the table. Rampaging forward towards the mushroom-tasting biomass over here. That is Murphy's Waagh. Now, it turned out that it was a little bit tricky for me to put everything down.
It was a bit.
because of the ruins of the thing. So, Nobu War Banner, big squad of 23 boys here. And then we've got the boss who's charging up the table along with 2 shock jump dragsters. And then I really couldn't fit anything else in here because I wanted one of the battle wagons full of shooter boys to be dackering away. The other battle wagon full of the shooter boys to be dackering away. Now he's riding out through the entrance. I could have put him a bit further forward, but you put Gene Stealers over there.
Yes,
I didn't want the truck completely surrounded and everyone inside died. So I pulled that one back a little bit. And then one of my war buggies, the custom booster blaster, is inside the outpost itself. But that's fine because from the top, that rivet gun is going to be picking on some of the larger creatures, and he can see over the wall. And then inside, I put the really weird boy who's leaking tears of lightning next to this objective here, next to a big horde of boys and the meganobs. Basically, the thinking behind it was some of them are inside the camp, some of them are outside the camp, spoiling for a fight. And you can choose whether you want to go first or second. Do you want to go first?
I do.
You do?
I do.
So I'm going to try and steal from you because it's very orky. For Murphy, Orks don't go first.
Good.
It's going to be Tyranids. Turn 1. Here are the objectives for the Tyranids. Decapitate, kill a character. Swarm, control more objectives than the Orks. And secure objective 2. And these are tricky because decapitating is going to be hard in turn 1. And secure objective 2, well, that's deep in the Orc settlement. Here we are after the Tyranid movement phase. Winged Hive Tyrant jumping onto this objective over here. And the Broodlord and the Gene Stealers try to advance forward because they can both advance and charge. And you rolled really low. Yes. But fortunately, you're controlling both of these objectives, which means you currently control 3. I've got 2, so you're going to swarm. So that'll be a point. That's objective 2, though. You're not going to be controlling that one. And killing the character, you're not going to be doing either. So you're probably only going to get 1 point unless you get first blood. Now, Winged Hive Tyrant is in range to shoot them. And you kept the swarm with your Warlord back a little bit because you're worried about a big squad of 20 boys jumping in behind you.
Yes.
And you don't want 20 boys.
Don't want 20 boys in your back passage.
No, you do not. So that's it. A shove forward. We're going to go to the psychic phase. Do you know where you want to start, sir?
Yes, I think so.
Opening up the psychic phase, smiting with the Broodlord. Need a 5. And that's a pass. I can't deny that. I'm not in range. It's going to be D3 mortal wounds on the knobs on bikes. Ooh. They have 3 wounds each. So you do kill one. Next up, going with the Turbogun Warlord, casting Catalyst.
Yes, Catalyst on herself. That goes off just.
Okay, so she'll ignore wounds on a 6 up. And then this one, the
5
shooty one, 5 up, yeah, you're right. It's got Psychic Scream and Catalyst and Smite.
Indeed.
It's going to hit the truck.
Indeed.
So you've already done Catalyst, so you can't do Catalyst again. So I guess you're Smiting and Psychic Screaming.
I am indeed.
Which one do you want to do first?
Well, let's Smite on a 6.
Yep. That's D3 mortal wounds on the truck. For 1.
Just the 1.
Psychic Scream, you need a 5. And that passes. And another D3 mortal wounds on the truck. Okay, so 3 wounds get ripped off the truck. Right, that's the end of the psychic phase. The truck has been injured. One of the knobs on war bikes has been taken out. Now we're going on to the shooting phase. You've got 2 twin-linked devourers with brain leech worms. What a mouthful. 24 shots going in to this big swarm of boys here.
Kill the boys.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
A hail of living ammunition fires out. 16 hits get through. This is strength 6 though, so winning on 3s. And 10 of those bugs burrow in deep. 6 up saves. And I lose 7 boys. 7 boys die. And then the Stinger Salvo from the Trigon fires in 4 shots. Hitting on 4s or 3s?
4s.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Strength 5. Toughness 4.
3s.
And it's AP -1. So 1 more boy goes, ah! Any more shooting? I think that's the end of your shooting phase.
It's not a very shooty army.
Neither is mine. And with that, that is the end of the Tyranid first turn. You killed 8 boys over here, but there's 16 left, so I can't fail them around because their leadership is currently 16. I love that rule. Mobbing up like that. And you've got Swarm. You haven't got First Blood yet. That's still up for grabs. You've chucked Objective 2, so that one's being ditched from the hand. So it's 1 point for the Tyranids, 0 points for the Orks. Now we're about to start Murphy's turn. There's a Waagh, there's a rumble of engines, a chanting of boys. Let's go on to Orks, turn 1. Here are the orders for the boys, and they're a mixed bag and really hard to score as well. Big Game Hunter, kill something with a wounds characteristic of 10 or more. Well, there's plenty of big game to hunt. Whether I do it in first turn is going to be tough. Domination, secure every single objective. Yes, that's tough. And mission critical objective, secure objective 1. Yes, that's tough as well. Here we are after the boys movement phase. I'm not going to get domination every single objective. And objective 1 is all the way over there, so I'm not going to get that one either. But Big Game Hunter, kill one of the big uns. There's a big un over here. So my speed boss is going to go straight after him. And he will not be alone. I will de-jump something over here as well as soon as we get to the psychic phase. And a couple of shock jump dragsters are going to shoot at it as well. Meanwhile, shooter boys move forward. Bikers, both of the shooter boys in the trucks moving forward towards the gene stealers. Shooter boys have 18-inch range, it's got 2 guns. So I can definitely fire out at them. And then the knobs and war bikers are going to go flying in there and try and mop them up. Basically, if I'm successful, dead Gene Stealers, dead Broodlord, dead Winged Hive Tyrant, leaving only this little thing here, and the boys will be very happy. We would have killed some stuff. Nice, simple. So, psychic test. Oh, I moved this thing around as well, the booster blaster, because the Rivet Cannon is 36-inch range, and I can see quite easily over the top of the wall of this big flying flappy thing over here. So much shots down there, but first I need to de-jump. First psychic test coming up.
You do.
So you get +1 for every 10 boys within 10 inches of a weird boy. So I've got +2 to this dice roll, and I need a 7. So that's a pass.
Easy.
And out of denial range, let's jump. And so the Mega Knobs have jumped all the way over here to try and take on the big un. And if I fail the charge, then they're going to be hilariously out of position for the rest of the game because they only move 4 inches. But it's very orky. Right, let's shoot some Dakka. Let's shoot with the big un. Let's shoot the custom booster blaster with its rivet cannon, the only thing it can reach out and touch. This thing over here, 6 shots with the rivet cannon, hitting on 5s, and re-rolling one of them because I'm lucky. So, and that's a Dakka. And that's it. That doesn't generate any more. That's 3. Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
4 hits. Strength 7. Toughness 7?
7.
4s. 2 wounds. And re-rolling 1 because I'm lucky. 2 wounds at -1.
4 pin buttons.
And they do 2 damage.
Oh.
10 wounds left on the Winged Hive Tyrant. So now let's fire a shock jump dragster at it. Let's fire a rocket. Hitting on 5s. No, and then 2 shots with the shock rifle. These hit on 3s because I have a target in squig.
Oh.
And I reroll one of them because I'm lucky. And there's a Dakka. Ooh, 3 hits. Now this is strength 8. -3. D6 damage a time.
Ouch.
This could sting. 3s to wound. And they all wound.
Oh.
At -3 D6. So 3, 4 up and vulnerable saves. So. And you make 2 of them. That's not bad. And damage. And I reroll that because I'm lucky. For 4 damage.
That's 6.
6 wounds left. I told you these boys were lucky. They were the first of Murphy's Waagh to have a scrap. So let's do the other shock jump dragster, firing a rocket, which misses. And then the shock rifle. And reroll 1 because I'm lucky. He's not so lucky. All the shots go wide. 1 minute, the rifle hits on a 3, so that was a hit. 3s to wound. He does wound, and you have 4 up and run.
Oh.
You fail. This is D6 damage. Do you want to command it, or you happy?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. And you pass. Nice. Right, 6 wounds left on that Hive Tyrant. The Mega Knobs are now going to fill you with lead. I got 2 custom shooters, which are 4 shots each, and then the one with the Scorcher, which is 2 shots. The Scorcher out of range, so 10 shots in total. Dackering in to this guy here, hitting on 5s, rerolling 1 because I'm lucky. And there's a 6, so Dakka. 4 hits at strength 4, and rerolling 1. So 2 wounds, no minuses, no nothing, 2 3-up saves.
Oh, here's another one.
Right, 5 wounds left on that Hive Tyrant, and that's all the Dakka that can reach out and touch him, because I'm going to charge him. He's softened up enough, I think. Now we're going to come round here and put lots and lots of Dakka into those Gene Stealers. So I'm going to start off with the guys in the truck. Shoot boys in the truck. 10 of them have shooters, so that's 20 shots. Boss Knob's got a pistol. I'll do that all at the same time. 21 shots going in on the Gene Stealers. Hitting on 5s. With Dakka, re-rolling 1 of them because they're lucky. 2 Dakka, extra shots, which I don't convert. 7 hits, wounding on 4s and re-rolling 1 of them because I'm lucky. So 6 wounds, 6 5-up and vulnerable saves on your Gene Stealers. And 4 of them go pop.
Ooh.
And then there is a big shooter in that squad of truck boys as well. They hit on 5s. And Dakka. And reroll one of the misses because I was lucky. It's 2 hits. And it's strength 5. And reroll 1 because I'm lucky. 2 wounds. 2 more 5 up and vulnerable saves on the Gene Stealers. And I kill 2 more. Now you're thinking, taking from the back or taking from the front? Because if you take from the front, I can charge a Broodlord, but I can charge him anyway.
You can.
Or you can just take from the back and make the charge.
Because you're going to charge me, aren't you? I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference. You can re-roll that charge anyway.
I can because I'm Orks.
Yeah, I'd rather be further forward, I think.
Yeah?
We'll leave it at that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. 3 shots from the big shooter on the truck. Reroll 1 because I'm lucky. And reroll on them because I'm lucky. 2 more wounds. They are very lucky, you know.
They are.
I kill 1 more.
1 more.
And now we're going to do many twin Daka guns from the bikes, because each of these bikes is 6 shots each. 30 shots hitting on 5s, re-rolling one of these because they're lucky, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 extra shots with Daka. And a couple of them hit as well. 12 hits in the end with a massive spray of lead like that. Some of them were bound to hit. So they're strength 5. So I'm winning on 3s and re-rolling one of them because I'm lucky. And in the end, that was quite an impressive display of Orky firepower, I think. For 8 wounds. 8 4 up and vulnerable saves, sir. 5 up and vulnerable saves, sorry.
Yeah.
And you save 1.
Ouch.
That was a chunk of the apple, wasn't it? That's good. Right, so over here, I think I'm worried about him. I'm going to fire the big shooter from the truck into him. And reroll. No, okay. And then I was going to fire the big shooter from the guys inside at the winged hive tyrant. And then the rest of the shooter shots into the Gene Stealers. So let's do the big shooter at the winged hive tyrant. And I'm going to use my rerolls on the winged hive tyrant. Because then if I start firing down there. So 1 hit. Doesn't wound, reroll. Doesn't wound. Okay. And now we're going to do the many shots into them. After rolling to hit and wound, 5 got through. So 5 up and vulnerable saves as they dodged right and dodged left, and 4 of them get taken out. And that is the end of the Daka phase. How many Gene Stealers did I kill, Mikey P?
17.
17. You got 3 left. Okay, so there's going to be some charges coming on.
Yeah.
The bikes are going to go in there against your Broodlord and your remaining 3 Gene Stealers. Do I send the truck in as well? No, there's no point. And over here, we need to make a 9-inch charge with Mega Knobs. We'll do the Overwatch off camera in a second. Just drop the dice from my hand. But this is a 9-inch charge, and I get to reroll.
Uh-huh.
So with the here we go Orky rule. So charging in. Right, I'll keep the 6. I'll reroll the 1.
Yeah.
Come on, Gork or Mork. Oh, they're in. 12-inch charge. They are angry. The Mega Knobs go charging in. One of them took a wound as he went charging in. Now I'm going to try and get my boss in there as well. He's just over 10 away, so I need an 11-inch charge. Look at that. So we're going to have a bit of a ruckus down here. Meanwhile, over on the left flank, the Knob Warbikers have made it into the Broodlord and the Gene Stealers. So I'm aware that you could pay to interrupt. Now, this guy, is he very stabby in close combat?
He is not.
He's not stabby in close combat. He's shooty.
He is.
However, a Broodlord is rather stabby in close combat, so I think I need to try and take him out first. But I'm also... See, what I could do is put 3 on your Broodlord and 2 of the guys into the Gene Stealers. Yeah. We just measured up. You are still in synapse range. If I kill the Broodlord, because he's got an 18-inch range synaptic linchpin.
Yeah.
So if I kill the Broodlord, the Gene Stealers aren't going to bother about morale too much. But if I let the Broodlord live, then he could hurt my guys back, because he does D3 damage a time, that Broodlord.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I need to do is put everything into the Broodlord. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I know this will keep a couple of Gene Stealers alive, but that Broodlord is incredibly scary. So they have 3 attacks each. So this is 15 attacks with big choppers. And I'm chopping away on 3s. And I reroll one of these because I'm lucky. Look at all those 6s. If that was Daka, that could have stung a bit.
Yeah.
Mikey P, that was 14 hits.
14 hits.
14, not 3. 14. Strength 7 with big choppers. They're strength 5 plus 2, 7. So 3s to wound. And I'll reroll one of them because I'm lucky. That is incredibly lucky. That is 13 wounds get through at -1, and each does 2 damage. Lucky 13, Mikey P. The 13th.
5 ups. No, he's dead.
He's definitely dead.
I'm not even going to count that. He's totally dead.
He's totally dead, and that is first blood. That was very lucky. Do you want to pay to interrupt, Mikey P?
No.
No?
No, he's only got rubbish weapons. It's not really worth it.
Okay, so my boss is going to try and hit you with his Snagger Claw, and he's got 6 attacks because of his Warlord trait, and he hits on 2s, and he rerolls one of these because he's lucky, so everything hits. Now, he's up to strength 8 because of his Warlord trait, and he wounds on 3s, and he rerolls all, one hit firm, and he rerolls all failed wounds because that's what the Snagger Claw does. So I got 6 wounds through at -2 D3 damage a time. I'm beginning to feel a bit bad for you.
4 ups.
Ooh!
2 go through.
2 go through. 2 D3. He's got 5 wounds left, and I reroll a damage because I'm lucky. And he's got 1 wound left.
Ooh.
Right, that Winged Hive Tyrant has got 1 wound left, but he's not long for this world because there's 3 Meganobs that are going to start fighting him, the ones with the 2 kill saws, which means these Meganobs have 4 attacks each, but they are unwieldy, so they hit on 4s instead of 3s. But I reroll one of them because I'm lucky. And that's 7 hits, and then there's strength 10. And I reroll one of them because I'm lucky. So that is 5 wounds at -4, and each of these does 2 damage. Basically, you need to make 5 4-up and vulnerable saves, or kill your Winged Hive Tyrant.
We can do it. No, we can't.
No. And on a 6, your Winged Hive Tyrant goes absolutely nuts and kills something as he goes nuts. No. And that is Big Game Hunter. The Meganobs consolidate forward after taking out that Winged Hive Tyrant. Now we go back over here to the bikes. The Gene Stealers fight back. They got 3 attacks each. That's 9 attacks. Hitting on 3s.
On 3s.
That's pretty good hitting. Do you want to re-roll one of them because you're... No, you can't. No. That's just me. Yeah.
Oh, rub it in.
Right. Strength 4, toughness 5. 5's to wound. And 6s are AP a lot. So I can't save that one.
4.
And these are -1.
Indeed.
I have 4-up saves. Actually, I have a 6-up and Vun because I'm lucky. No, and then these become 5-up saves. And one of the knobs and warbikes is alive on 1 wound left. And that's the end of Ork's turn 1. That's the end of Murphy's Waagh first ever turn, and that was crumpin' good.
It was.
I killed me a Winged Hive Tyrant. I killed me a Brood Lord. I took out many Gene Stealers. I got First Blood. I got Big Game Hunter. It's 2 points to 1. Your footprint is suddenly reduced.
Somewhat, yes. Yes, that was very painful.
Right, so now you need these reserves to come in.
Yes.
Now you need some psychic mastery to happen. Now you need to punch back and take out Murphy's Waagh. You shouldn't have come to this place, you know.
No, it seems not.
It's a nice green planet, lots of biomass. You thought you'd come down for a nice fight, but the Orks are like, yay! We get to have a fight. Yeah. You know, this sort of narrative as well reminds me a bit of Shrek. They're living in their house, in their little thing over there, and then there's a swamp, and some creatures come along and bother them while they're hanging out in their swamp, and now we're very angry.
Yes.
We're like...
Very angry.
We're like Shrek in Mega Nut armour with sluggers and choppers and things like that.
You're going to do a Scottish accent now for us?
I can't do accents.
Oh.
Sometimes I can do an American accent, but I have to be very, very drunk.
Okay.
Right, here are the objectives for the Tyranids. Decapitate, take out a character should still be tricky, but Big Game Hunter, wipe out one of those trucks and dominate. Just pull off 3 psychic powers. Those other 2 should be achievable. After much thinking, Mikey P.
Lots of thinking.
We are here after the Tyranid movement phase. You've decided to keep the Trigon Prime and the Gene Stealers off the table after Umananara for a while. Now, you need to kill a truck, decapitate a character, and pass 3 psychic powers. So killing the truck, Carnifex is coming busting forward. That truck's on 7 wounds left. Carnifex versus truck. Truck should lose. And then there's some shenanigans going on up here, which I quite like the sound of. Morlock bursting up underground. At the end of the movement phase, we're going to do a roll for it. And it can do mortal wounds on my boss. And then you can smite my boss, take a couple of more mortal wounds off the boss. That was the plan, right?
Yeah.
And then charge with the Trigon. Now, Trigons only hit on 4s, I think, or
Turbogon,
3.
but
Turbogon with a number of attacks, but they do D6 damage a
They
time,
do.
and I won't have a save against it at -3. So potentially, not only will you decapitate and kill a character, but you could get Warlord. You need a lot of dominoes to fall for that to happen.
Yes.
But it sounds like a plan.
Well, it's a plan at least.
Yes.
Not a good one maybe, but a plan.
And then you were worried about the Meganobs jumping on your Warlord and killing your Warlord.
Yes.
So you're going to put the Swarm into the Meganobs.
Yeah, I'm going to tie them up. They're good at killing big things, so I'm going to give them lots of little things to kill instead.
Yeah, and that'll be the Meganobs just tied up with little things for turn after turn after turn, because so long as you keep the Tervagants in range of her, you can keep spawning things into them. Now, the Orks will have a jolly nice time, because they'll be slaughtering things all the time.
Absolutely.
And they'll have a lovely fight there, but they won't be going anywhere. Genestealer's staying locked up in combat with the bikes, and the only thing you decided to drop in was Stabby, the Winged Hive Tyrant, in the backfield.
Yes.
And he's just closer to the Booster Blaster than he is to the weird boy over there. And he's got adrenal glands, right?
He has.
So that'll be an 8-inch charge when we
will.
get to the charge phase. But first, you need to pass 3 psychic powers.
Well, before that, I need to roll for the Mr. Morlock.
Yes. Okay, let's roll a dice and see what happens with the Mr. Morlock.
Oh!
I think that's a flat 3 mortal wounds. Yes, 3 mortal wounds. So my boss is down to 5 wounds already. That was a good start.
It was.
Right. Let's do some psychic shenanigans. Where would you like to start, sir?
Well, let's start with the Tervagon doing Smite.
Okay. 5 to pass. That's a pass. D3 mortal wounds on my boss.
Ooh, there we go.
He's only on 2 wounds left. Now all you need to do is really hit him once. And he should die.
Yes.
That's a nice start. Right, next psychic power.
It's going to be Stabby over there.
Stabby over there. Okay.
So, first off,
Right.
he's going to do the horror into the... into the boys. That's
Into
what I
the
was
boys?
thinking. Into the boys.
Because if I turn around and charge you,
Yeah.
I'll be hitting on 4s instead of hitting on 3s. Okay, horrify the boys. You need a 6. That passes.
Yes.
Okay, they're horrified. -1 for them to hit.
They are.
And then smite.
Smite into
Right.
the
now,
booster blaster.
now you need a 6. And that passes as well. D3 mortal wounds. Oh, I want it. That's an 8. I can deny.
You can deny.
If I have a dice, please, sir.
You may.
I need a 9 to try and deny you. I deny you.
No.
I do deny you.
Oh!
That stops a psychic power as well. That stops you 3 psychic powers.
I'm going to pay a command point
Right.
to do another psychic power.
Okay. What's his other psychic power?
Onslaught.
Onslaught.
It's not useful, but I could get 3 powers off.
But if you don't pay the psychic power, you're probably going to get 3 psychic powers next turn, aren't you? No?
Maybe next turn,
Maybe next turn?
but I could get another card.
Okay. All right. Paying a command point for Onslaught.
Yeah.
Let's see if you manage to get Onslaught. And that
Yes.
passes. So you do get 3 psychic powers. That
Hurrah.
will be a point. Let's now shoot some, not guns, bugs.
Bugs.
Right, starting on the shooting phase, you're firing in at the Meganobs with the
Yeah.
little bugs here. They're hitting on 4s and re-rolling 1s because they're in range of her. Incredibly, that was 14 hits.
Yeah.
So you're winning on 4s and re-rolling 1s because there's more than many of them.
Indeed.
And then re-roll those 1s. See, that was pretty good for some
Not
little
bad.
bugs. 8 saves of 2 up. I failed 2 of them. 1 was on 2 wounds left. You killed 1. Yeah, one of the Meganobs was on 2 wounds left because of the Overwatch when I went charging into the Shooty Hive Tyrant. Right, across to the Tervagon, firing in at the Warlord with a Stinger Salver.
Hitting on 4s.
Okay, 2 hits and it's strength 5, toughness 6.
Ooh, I need 5 or a 6.
1 wound, -1. I have a 5 up. Okay, he's down to 1 wound left. So
Solitary wound.
if you manage to get one of the attacks through with his big claws of doom, even if you roll it on a d6, even if you roll the lowest number, you will kill my Warlord.
Hurrah!
Hurrah! Right, next shot.
Yes.
Card effects into truck.
Yes.
D6 shots with his
Bioplasmic scream.
for 5 shots. He hits on 4s.
And, yeah, hit 4s.
Only 1 hit. Strength
Oh.
7, toughness 6, wounds on a 3. And it doesn't wound.
Oh. Never mind.
Right, charge phase. You went charging into the War Killer Death Trike, and I've got many shots, including an auto-hitting Bernadette. Bernadette?
Burner jet.
And I took 2 wounds off the Turvagon
Turvagon.
before she came charging in, which was nice.
Yes.
Fired away with the truck here. Now, basically, if you don't get snake eyes, the Carnifex will make it into the truck.
Come on.
Oh,
Yes.
the Carnifex will make it into the truck. And on a 4-up, it does a mortal wound with crushing charge. Doesn't do a mortal wound. Then we came across here to the Booster Blaster. And I fired loads of shots into your Winged Hive Tyrant. Did no damage. Now, it would be a 9-inch charge, but it's an 8-inch charge because you have adrenal glands.
Indeed.
Good luck, sir. Oh, he's
Loves
in.
it.
And that's it for charges. So we're in to the fight phase. Now you're aware that I can interrupt with my boss.
Very aware.
Smacking your boss. So we're going to start over here. Turvagon has got 3 attacks with her massive scything talons. She hits on 4s and can reroll 1s.
Indeed.
Reroll that 1-1. So that's 2 hits.
Lovely.
Strength 7, toughness 6, minus 3 AP. So 3s to wound. Anything that gets through, you've got Slay the Warlord, my friend.
Come on.
And that is Slay the Warlord. And that's decapitating Slay the Warlord. But before my war boss has been removed, I'm spending 2 command points on Orks is never beaten, which means I can fight. So I'm going to smack your Warlord back again with 6 attacks because I'm a Warlord trait. I hit on 2s and I can reroll 1 because I'm lucky. 5 hits. And it's strength 8. It would be 7, but 8 with the Warlord trait. Your toughness 8.
Toughness 8.
But I reroll all failed wounds
Ooh.
with a Snagger Claw.
Ooh.
And that's 5 wounds.
Ouch.
Snagger Claws are minus 2, so this is 5. 5-up saves. And you only make 1. And it's D3 damage a time. And I reroll 1 because I'm lucky. So 5, 6, 7 wounds off of her. She's down to 5 left. From the Turvagon across to the Carnifex, attacking the truck. And you spent a command point on what?
Voracious appetite.
That sounds... So he's hungry for the truck.
He is. He's hungry for the gooey innards.
Which means you get to reroll wounds. Right, Screamer Killers have 5 attacks because 2 pairs of monster scything talons. And they hit on 3s on the charge. Rerolling 1s. And there's a 1. And that's all 5 hits. Now your strength 6 versus toughness 6. So 4s to wounds. Looking for Big Game Hunter here.
And re-rolling those wounds because of voracious appetite.
Okay. So minus 3. I don't get a save. And each of these does 3 damage.
Indeed.
So that's a dead truck. Unless I roll 6s for Ramshackle.
They won't go 6s again.
They won't go 6s again.
No.
Maybe I should use 3 different... Yeah, I'm going to use 3 different dice. 3 different dice.
Shouldn't have said anything.
1, 6, I keep the truck alive with a Ramshackle because it reduces damage from multiple damage down to 1.
You need 2 then.
What?
You'll need 2.
It's got 7 wounds left.
So if you get 1, it'll still be 1 wound, won't it? So that'll be 2 3s and a 1.
Oh yeah, I need 2 6s. Yeah, 2 3s and... Yeah. That's maths. I don't get any 6s. The truck is gone. Yeah, so that's 3, 6.
Yes.
That's 7 wounds.
Perfect.
7. Does the truck go kaboom? No, it does not.
Good.
12 shoot boys inside. Any ones? No, they all
live.
Yeah. Right, 2 Tyranids taken out by Hive Fleet Murminger.
Jormungandr, the Shy Halud.
The Shy Halud. Now we're on to the Winged Hive Tyrant, attacking the custom booster blaster with 2 sets of monster scything talons.
Indeed.
Okay, so hitting on 2s.
Rerolling 1s,
Because
which
that's
is
what
lucky.
monster scything talons do.
Yeah.
5 hits. Strength,
6.
toughness 6.
4s.
3 wounds. That's a
3
good
wounds.
dice. Roll that one if
Alright.
you want to.
If you say so.
4 wounds.
Very kind of you.
That was enough anyway, because it's minus 3 damage a time, right?
Yes.
So that's 9 damage, and it's only got 8 wounds.
No.
So it's dead, and it blows up on a 6, and it doesn't blow up.
Oh.
3 targets taken out by Shy Halud, and now we're across to the non-charging units, the Gene Stealers. 9 attacks hitting my knobs on bites.
Knobs.
Nobles. 8 hits, strength 4, toughness 5, looking at 5s to wound.
Indeed.
Ooh.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay, so 3 get 3, 2 up minus a lot, 4 up invulnerable saves on that, 6 up invulnerable saves on them because I'm lucky. No. And then 1 up minus 1. No, so I lose 3 wounds. 1 was on a wound. Right, then the Knobs and Warbikes wiped out those Gene Stealers with ease and came round and consolidated this way towards the Carnifex, and then we remembered we forgot to charge with loads of little bugs over here. There is a Combi Scorcher on one of these Mega Knobs. We're going to do this charge now, and then come back to you after the fight. Then the Termagants charged. They didn't do anything to the Mega Knobs, and the Mega Knobs in Overwatch and clubbing them back again only managed to kill 6. That's your dead pile over there. That's the end of that combat. These guys are going to be locked up forever. And your Termagants are never going to have to take a leadership test until I kill that one there.
Yes.
Which is interesting, because you won't have any other synapse over here. So if I kill that one and start hurting your little bugs, then maybe many of them will run away.
It's likely if you do kill the synapse, they will all run away.
Yeah, so a plan is fermenting in my brain. However, that is the end of Tyranids turn 2, and that was a pretty significant comeback. You've wiped out my Warlord, the truck, the Boom Daka Snaz wagon in the background, or whatever the hell it's called. And you've taken out another one of the knobs. Basically got 3 Psychic Powers, that's 1 command point. Decapitate, that's another command point. Big Game Hunter, another command point. Warlord as well.
Warlord, yes.
Got Warlord as well. So it's 5 points to 2 in favour of the Tyranids, and you've still got some in your pocket. A Trigon Prime and another huge unit of Gene Stealers ready to burst up. So 5 points to 2. The Tyranids are back in the ascendancy here. Let's find out what the Orks do in turn 2. Right, here are my orders. Assassinate, kill a character, such as that big Synapse Tervagon that wiped out my character. Defend objective 3, which sounds distinctly un-Orky to me. And get that mission critical objective number 1. Here we are after the Orks movement phase in turn 2. I decided to keep the Mega Knobs locked up because even if I pull them away, you're just going to charge me down, keep tying them up. So that's pretty much them for the mission. However, Assassinate, kill a character. She's on 5 wounds left, so tickle with a shock chunk jagsters, that's what they're called, and then shoot with lots of shots. Hopefully she dies, if not, charge in. And I'm defending that objective, so that's 2 of the objectives that I'm after. And then the other order that came down the Vox, not the Vox, was shouted across the landscape, was take mission critical objective 1 there. So I'm also on that. Now, the shooter boys jumped out of the truck before it moved forward, over here. So I can throw some Daka down into your Hive Tyrant. I know they're horrified, but I might as well charge in there. Yeah, charge in there. The most you can kill is 5 or 6 a turn. You're probably going to want to jump out of combat or get swallowed. And there is a Chopper in that squad. There is a Power Claw in that squad if you stay locked up in combat with the boys. That's many boys. I think I can start whittling them away. So let's take on the Winged Hive Tyrant. Let's try and score some objectives over here. Besides, he's a big un, so let's go for him. Here's some big uns, so let's go for these guys. Right, to start off the psychic phase, however, nice and simple. Let's do a smite. I've got plus something to this dice roll, and that's a smite. The power of the warp coursing through his veins, increased his charge by 1, but it's dropped 1 because of the shadow of the warp. So I've got a 7, you need an 8. To deny, sir.
Come on, 8.
No.
No.
Command?
Command.
Really?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, there we go.
Then we moved into the shooting phase. Sluggers unloaded into the Winged Hive Tyrant. You've got 3 saves to make.
3 ups.
And you make them all. Right, let's do the shooters into him as well. The shooter boys did even worse. Only 2 saves to make there.
4 ups. 3 ups.
3 ups.
Loves it. There you
So
go.
the Hive Tyrant manages to... survive all that Daka. Okay. Well, let's see if this Tervagon can survive the Daka from the bikes. Much Daka. Big wow. Rerolling one of these because of lucky, and then 6s are extra shots. Is that 3 6s?
4 of them.
4 of them. Extra shots. And look, I converted some of them.
Oh, lovely.
10 got through. I need 5s to wound, and re-rolling one of them because I'm lucky. And that is lucky. Look, it did convert.
Ooh, sorry.
What?
Tough 8.
Yeah, they're strength 5.
Oh, fine, good. Ooh.
So 5 3-up saves. Took another wound. She's down to 4 left.
4.
Shock drum dragster firing in at her with a rocket, and 2 shots with the shock rifle with a targeting squig. 3s to hit. Re-rolling one of them because I'm lucky. Ooh. 2 hits at strength 8. Re-rolling one of them because I'm lucky. 2 wounds at -3, and each of these does d6 damage.
It's going to be 5 ups. No.
2d6 damage, 4 wounds to get through. That's a dead big mama. That is slay the warlord, and that is assassinate or something. Does she go nuts on a 6?
No, but she has synaptic backlash.
Oh, what does that mean?
It means that 2 termagants will die from the unit near her.
Okay. That was jolly successful.
It was rather.
It was, wasn't it? So let's put the second shock jump dragster into this unkillable hive tyrant. Let's fire a rocket, which hits, and it's strength 8. Doesn't wound. And then 2 hitting on 3s with the shock rifle. That's cocked. And reroll that because I'm lucky. Okay, only 1 hit. Strength 8. Reroll 1. No, okay, it's still lucky. That hive tyrant is still lucky, and those shots were unlucky. And now it's the Carnifex and the Morlock. Right. Carnifex is a Screamer Killer's a -1 to hit with Spore Cysts.
Indeed.
So if I can fire all these shots into that thing, it's going to be hitting on 6s. But I think I'm going to be okay on the charge. I think I should kill it on the charge.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is put all the Daka into the Morlock. And this many wounds, you have a 2-up save because of Jormungandr.
Yes.
And this was both of the squads firing in. Only did 1 wound.
Yep.
And that's the end of my shooting phase. I killed a warlord, so I'm quite happy with that. Getting assassinate as well. So now we're going to charge. We're going to have all the boys here. Might as well go into the Carnifex. I like the sound of that. Let's have a big scrap in the middle of the table. And then over here, these boys are going to charge into the Winged Hive Tyrant. These in the middle of the table enter the Carnifex. I'm automatically in. I can't fail. But the Slugger Chopper boys can't fail either. And this is where we end up after the charge phase. The shooter boys didn't go in the end. It was the big squad of Slugger Chopper boys, and the bikes made it round the back. That Carnifex is surrounded. And then over here, this squad of Slugger Chopper boys jumped on the Hive Tyrant and are having a jolly good time. But let's start back here. I know you could pay to interrupt, but I don't mind if you kill just boys. But I do mind if you kill bikes. And bikes have 3 wounds each. And they're quick and they're mobile, and your Carnifex does 3 damage a time. So I think I need to start over here. Let's start with the bikes. 3 attacks each. I am hitting on 3s, but this guy's waving a war banner behind him. So I think I'm hitting on 2s, unless it doesn't affect bikes, just infantry. 1 minute. Yes, the knob with war banner affects anyone with a clan keyword. They have the clan keyword, so I'm hitting on 2s with all these big choppers, which is nice. And I reroll one of these hits. Lots of 1s. I reroll one of these hits because I'm lucky. What's the toughness of a Carnifex? I think it's 7.
7.
This one's cocked. Okay, so many hits. 11 hits or something. I need force to wound then. Big choppers are strength 7.
Sure.
So force to wound. I reroll one of these because I'm lucky. Not so lucky that time. So 4 get through at -1, but each does 2 damage.
Okay, so normally 3 ups, so 4 ups.
Yes. And it takes 4 wounds.
Ooh.
So Mikey P is spending 2 command points to interrupt before his Carnifex is dragged down by this horde of boys. You want to kill some of the bikes?
Yes, I do.
Okay, it leaves you with 4 command points left. You're not charging now, so you're hitting on 4s instead of 3s.
And re-rolling 1s because
Yes.
of Siving Talons.
Yes. That's pretty good anyway. 3 hits.
And
Strength 6.
Strength 6, tough
5.
3s.
They all wound at -3.
Yeah.
And each does 3 damage killing a bike.
Yeah.
But I've got 6 up and buns.
Go for it.
Because I'm lucky. No, I lose 3 bikes. I'm not very lucky. Right, then we went back to this big squad of boys here. There's 11 that can fight. And because they've got choppers, they've all got 1 attack each. So each of these orcs has 3 attacks. 11 in combat. It's 33 attacks. And the war banner's really close. So I'm hitting on 2s. And I'm re-rolling one of these because I'm lucky. 24 hits got through, and I'm wounding on 5s and re-rolling one of these because I'm lucky. In the end, only 6 saves to make of 3 up.
3 ups.
And I took a wound off you. After all that, I took a wound off you.
Down to 3.
Well, now my boss knob is going to hit you, and I suddenly realised I was re-rolling the hit and re-rolling the wound because of the lucky thing, and I should have left it for the claw. That's a tactic. That's a learning thing.
Yes.
Let's see. 4s to hit. Oh no, it's 3s to hit because I'm +1 because of the banner.
Are, indeed.
Strength 10 because it's times 2 and he's going, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I should have left it. -3.
Ooh,
Minus
6
3.
ups.
6 up saves.
No.
And this is 2d3 damage. 3 wounds left.
Yeah, he's dead.
Dead Carnifex. From the dead Carnifex over to the Winged Hive Tyrant. I've got 16 normal boys hitting this Winged Hive Tyrant after I've piled in. 3 attacks each. So that's 16 times 3. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 5s. Right, after rolling hit, I managed to get 32 hits in. Let's do some wounds on 5s. I did 9 wounds. I haven't wounded him yet. Let's hopefully wound him now.
Take 3 ups.
Take his kneecaps off.
Oh, it's 3.
3. So he's taken 3 wounds. Now I'm going to hit you with my boss knob, and I saved the reroll hit reroll wound for this.
You did.
He got a big chopper. 3's to hit, and I reroll that. Didn't help. Strength 7, toughness
7.
7, and 2 wounds at -1, 2 damage each.
4 up in buns.
Yes.
That's it.
It didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
He's proving a tough bug to kill, this guy. Now he's swinging back against these orcs. He hits on 2s with many attacks. And he's strength, what?
6.
Okay, he wounds on
3s.
4 wounds, 6 up and vulnerable saves.
Oh, he saved 2.
So 2 of them. 2 boys die. And then the tail flashes
the
out,
tail, of
hits
course.
on a 2.
He has a pincer tail.
And wounds on a 2. And doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound.
So you only killed 2 boys, and we just remembered the horror.
Yeah.
We just remembered the horror. So what I'm going to do is put D3 wounds back on your tyrant. For 1. I think that's fair, because I was hitting you on 4s instead of 3s. And let's face it, after all that Daka and all those attacks, he's still on 10 wounds.
Yeah.
He's a tough old bird. Right, them's all the charging units. Now we're on to the fights that are ongoing. So Meganobs versus the little Gribblies in the gap. Meganobs have 3 attacks, but there's 3 of them there with 2 pairs of kill saws, so that's 12 attacks. It's -1 to hit though. So they're hitting on 4s instead of 3s and re-rolling 1 because I'm lucky. And these are strength 10, -4, 2, basically 2s to kill. And re-rolling that 1 because I'm lucky. Right, so there's 6 little bugs gone. And then 3 power claws come smashing in on 4s and 2s, and I killed 2 more. So that's 8 little bugs gone. And that is the end of turn 2. So leadership test wise, I lost 3 Nob and Warbikes there. They're leadership 7. However, I used the morale of the closest squad of boys within 10 inches, which are them. So he's fine. He's not going anywhere. Meanwhile, your synapse on this flank has collapsed. So let's roll a d6 and add this number to it.
Yeah.
5. After the leadership, you lost 8 more, and then we remembered sequence again that you forgot to fight back. So we did the fights back, and 3 wounds got through. So 3 2-up saves. Nope. Okay, so the Meganobs kill a chunk of little bugs. The rest of them break and run away. No damage done back to the Meganobs. They're still locked up in combat there for now. And now we're at the end of turn 2. So I did assassinate, killed your character who's also a warlord, so that's 2 points. I have got mission critical objective over there, so that's 3 points. It was 5 points to 2 in favour of the Tyranids. They pushed back, and they pushed back significantly hard. But so did Murphy's Waagh. Big gaps appearing. Just a couple of little things over here. We have a Winged Hive Tyrant over there. It is 5 points each, but there is a rumbling coming from underground. A Trigon Prime and some more Gene Stealers are about to burst onto the scene. Let's go on to Tyranids, turn 3. Here are the orders from the Hive Mind. Secure 3, which the boys are currently defending. Witch Hunter, take on my Weird Boy, and defend Objective 6. Here we are after Tyranids movement phase in turn 3. Not a lot of assets left on the table, and there's Objective 6 which you need to defend, so you're not going for that this turn.
No, I think I'll get that next turn.
However, I am defending Objective 3, and you want to score it. So the Trigon Prime came bursting up and measuring very carefully, because you can't be within 9 there. And there was Meganobs over here. You've put a circle of Gene Stealers all the way around you. Now that will be a 9-inch charge. And you're hoping to kill as many as possible and outnumber me on that objective to stop me from scoring it.
Yes.
And to score it yourself.
Yes, hopefully.
And when you measured up, you were very careful to make sure that he's within 12 of the shooter boys.
Yes, correct.
Because the Morlock's going to go in the shoot boys. So basically, you're going to try and kill many, many troops.
Yes, I'm going to try and clear this blob as much as I can.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
The boys are up for it. Nice fight in the middle of the table. I like it. Over here, the little bugs pulled back and have blocked the potential charge around from the Mega Knobs.
Yeah.
And you also needed Witch Hunter, so take on my weird boy. So the Winged Hive Tyrant has jumped up and over, and he's there. Now you can't charge because you fell out of combat. But this is the guy with Onslaught.
Yes.
So if you manage to get that psychic power off, you can charge even though you fell back.
Yes.
So let's go into the psychic phase. All right, what psychic power do you want to cast first, sir?
Let's do Onslaught first.
Okay, you need a 6 for
Need
this
a
to go
6
off.
for
Good
that.
luck. And that's a 6. Right, I'll try and deny that. I failed my denial.
Good,
so you
good.
can charge even though you fell back. And then he's got another power he's smiting.
He's going to smite as well. So
Okay.
5.
Yeah. That passes.
Lovely.
D3 mortal wounds on my weird boy. For 3,
Wow.
he's down to 1 left. Right, that was a very quick psychic phase. Now we're on to a very quick shooting phase. Trigon Brian firing bioelectric spines, containment spines with pulse.
Bioelectric pulse with containment spines.
That's a mouthful. Coming in to the shooter boys over
Those
here.
ones over there.
12 shots.
12 shots, hit on 4s.
That's pretty good shooting text.
That's not bad, is it?
Yeah, that's all right. Strength 5, toughness 4.
3s.
That's
Pretty good
many
again.
wounds. Yeah. Okay, so I need 6 up. T-shirt saves, and you kill 7 orc boys.
Ooh.
Right, we've only got 5 shooter boys left. Then we went on to the charge phase. The Morlock can't fail the charge. We've done the Overwatch. He got in there. And over here, your Winged Hive Tyrant can't fail the charge. He got in there.
Yeah.
And now you just need the magic 9 for the Gene Stealers to engage these Slugger Chopper boys here. So
Yeah, and I've got some command points if I need them.
4 left.
Okay.
Ooh. Command point.
I'm going to do it. I've got to.
You know Orks can do this for free.
Yeah, I know. Ugh.
Fail charge.
Rubbish.
Right, starting off the fight phase, the Morlock is fighting first. One and only one attack comes with its jaw, which hits on a 4. Which hits. And it wounds on a 3 because it's strength 6. And that's minus 3 AP, so I need a 6 up and bun. Right, he eats a boy. And then you've got 6 attacks left over because they start off with 7. But you get plus 1 attack because you've got the 3 pairs of scything talons. So 7 attacks hitting on 4s.
Here we go.
And re-rolling. No 1s to
No
re-roll.
ones. It's okay.
That's okay. 3s to wound. 4 more boys get injured and none of their t-shirts save them. So I have 5 dead boys so far. And then you get an extra attack with a prehensile pincer tail. This is in addition to the bearer's attacks, yes. Which misses.
So that leaves you with your knob on 1 wound.
It does. I've got an injured knob. From the fight with the Morlock all the way over here to your Winged Hive Tyrant. So 5 attacks hitting on 2s.
Yeah, rerolling 1s.
You didn't need to.
Need to.
And then wounding on 3s. Okay, I'm lucky. I've got 1 wound left. 6 up and buns. He's not very lucky, he's dead, and that is Witch Hunter.
Yeah.
The Winged Hive Tyrant rules the castle in the Orc outpost at the back of the table, and that is the end of turn 3. Now I have a morale. Oh no, I hit back. Hit back with my boss knob into your Morlock.
Yes.
He has 3 attacks. The claw's unwieldy, so I hit on 4s, and I reroll 1 of these because I'm lucky. 1 hit from strength 8. 1 wound at minus 3 D3 damage.
6 up.
No, and D3 damage. I've taken 1 wound off of it so far, and 2 more wounds. So with the boss knob and the Morlock slapping each other, that is the end of turn 3 for the Hive Mind. I've got a morale test to take on those shooter boys there. There was 12 of them. There's 1 left.
Yeah.
So 11 plus 5 is 16.
Yeah.
My current leadership is that many, which isn't enough to save me. This fella runs away.
Yeah.
Now that is the end of turn 3 for the Tyranids. It was 5-5, but you get a point for Witch Hunter. But I get 2 points for defending objective 3. So Murphy's Waagh is finally in the lead.
It is.
It is.
And in a pretty strong position, I would say.
7 points to 6. I'd like to think we're in a pretty strong position.
Yeah.
But you've got some big bugs to get through. The Winged Hive Tyrant and these two monsters from the deep here. Let's find out what the boys do in turn 3. Here are the orders for the boys. I don't know where the orders are coming from because all my HQs are dead. Maybe it's the guy with the Waagh banner. Here we go. Waagh. Basically make 3 charges for a point. Grab the loot. Basically score objective 4. And also get behind enemy lines. Here we are after my movement phase. I need to make some charges, get behind enemy lines and secure 4. So charges over here. Now the Meganobs are out of combat. We're going to go charging in because there's a big one. Let's take him out.
Yeah.
And then the boys and the bike will go charging in on the Gene Stealers. That'll be 3 charges. That'll be a point. Here we go. I did have to advance the Waagh banner there. Talking about advancing stuff, I also had to advance the truck to get behind enemy lines. So there's another point. And as for grab the loot, well, this shock jump dresser.
That's it.
Is on objective 4. So he's somehow grabbing the loot. Maybe one of the grots is hanging out the window, picking it up. Meanwhile, there's a swarm of boys surrounding this Tyranid hive tyrant. Starting the shooting phase, let's do the jump dragsters into the winged hive tyrant, firing a rocket, which misses, and then the 2 shots from the shock gun, which hits on 3s. And I can reroll one of them because I'm lucky. Only 1 hit. Strength 8. It wounds at -3 d6 damage. You make the save, okay? Let's do the same with the blue one. Rocket. And then the 2 hitting on 3 shots. I'll reroll one of them because I'm lucky. And one of them hits for a daka. So only 1 hit this time. Wounding on a 3. And another 4 up and bouncer.
No.
d6 damage.
Ooh.
Which I can reroll. No, I'm going to keep the 4. How many was he on? 10. He's down to 4 left. 6 left.
6 left.
Right, now let's unload all of these guns into him. The shooters all fired up. Shooter boys only did 3 wounds, 3 3-up saves. Ooh. And you fell 2 of them.
2 wounds.
Then the other squad of boys fired their sluggers in the general direction of the tyrant and managed to get 2 hits in there. So 2 more saves.
And it makes both those.
From the winged hive tyrant, we came back here to the Meganobs, again firing Daka every which way into the Morlock, and I only took a wound off of him. I'm hoping I'm going to be a bit more successful over here with the Gene Stealers. So let's fire away with the bike with its twin Daka guns, Daka everywhere. I get 1 hit for Daka, and I reroll 1 because I'm lucky. Only 1 hit. And it doesn't wound, which I reroll, which it doesn't wound. Bike spraying wide. Now let's do lots and lots of slugger shots. Daka. 6s, 5s to hit, sorry.
Ooh, 3 6s.
3 6s there, which are additional shots. And then I re-roll 1 dice because I'm lucky. 7 hits, wounding on 4s, re-rolling 1 of these because I'm lucky. Okay, 5 wounds in on your Gene Stealers, sir.
5 ups. 2 saves, 3 dead.
3 die. And now I just remembered I've got the dead shiny shooter from my knob with War Banner.
Oh, yes.
Yes. First time I've actually remembered I've got this relic, or shiny gubbins. It's 12 shots, this Uzi. He's going to spray it in every single direction, but I did advance him, so I'm hitting on 6s. And I re-roll 1 of these because I'm lucky. So I get 2 hits, which grant extra Daka. 2 hits. Hit strength 4. Re-roll 1 because I'm lucky. 2 more wounds on your Gene Stealers.
1 dead.
That's the end of the Daka phase. So now we're going to have mini charges coming up. Meganobs into Morlock. That's a 10. They'll make the charge. 9. They'll make the charge. We're going to do the bike into the Gene Stealers. They'll make the charge. The Slugger Chopper boys into the Gene Stealers. 5.
Not declaring the
They'll make the charge. Nah. And then over here, Slugger Chopper boys into the Winged Hive Tyrant. I don't know what I need. I know I need many. 9. Let's re-roll 3. 12. They're going to be in.
Yeah.
But there's not many that can make the combat because terrain is a thing. And this is where we end up after the charge phase. I'm conscious that you could still pay to interrupt. Meganob's in here, but most of the Morlocks attacks are AP dash, so the Meganobs are probably okay. Boys versus many Gene Stealers, I'm probably in trouble if you interrupt there. And over here, there's only a few Slugger Chopper boys in combat, along with my Boss Knob in on the Winged Hive Tyrant there, but he is wounded. He's down to 4 wounds left. So I think I have to start over here with the Slugger Chopper boys versus Gene Stealers. Yeah, let's pile in. And we end up here. When we pile in, I'm still within 6 inches of the Waagh banner. And there are 10 boys swinging away, yelling out the top of their lungs. So they're going to be hitting on 2s. And that was 25 hits. Wounding on 4s. Wow. 16 wounds got through. Now, Gene Stealers are fast, lightning reflexes. But that's a lot of hits to dodge, my friend.
It's a lot of 5-ups I need here, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah.
After that ferocious display of chopping, there's a Boss Knob. There's 2 Gene Stealers left alive, and he hits on everything hits. 2s to wound. I can reroll that because I'm lucky. So 3 5-up lightning reflex saves on the last 2 Gene Stealers, and I wipe them out to a man.
Yeah.
And it looks like this once those pile of Gene Stealers have been removed, and I'm not going to pile in to the Trigon Prime because he's terrifying. I'm not going to pile in with my bike. No. Instead, I'm going to continue with the combats unless you want to pay to interrupt anywhere.
No, I don't think I'll bother.
Okay, so let's go across to my Mega Knobs, and I've got 12 attacks with the 2 kill saws. 2 pairs of kill saws each. Forced to hit because they're unwieldy. Let's re-roll one of these. Didn't help me. And then these are strength 10, so I'm wounding you on 3s, and it's -4, so you won't get a save.
Okay.
But 2 damage each. Reroll one of them. So that is 10 wounds, because it's -4, 2 damage each.
Oh, he dead.
You had 8 wounds left.
Yeah.
On a 6, he goes nuts when he dies. He doesn't go nuts when he dies.
Yeah, in retrospect, maybe I should have interrupted. Never mind.
Then they consolidate forward, and now we come all the way over here to these knobs attacking your Winged Hive Tyrant. I'm going to start off with my Boss Knob, who hits on 3s with his big chopper. Let's re-roll one of them because he's got a big chopper. Nope, and it's strength 7. That's a wound, -1, 2 damage.
4-up.
Make the save. Now we'll do the remaining attacks. And because many boys couldn't get into combat there, after rolling a hit and rolling a wound, I did 1 wound. 1 3-up save.
3-up.
Which you pass.
Target
and the
quiet.
Winged Hive Tyrant has got 4 wounds left. Now he can strike back.
Yes.
Now he's bleeding and broken. He hits on 3s.
Still re-rolling 1s. That's
Okay.
good.
And wounding on 3s. And 3 wounds get through. 6 up and buns. 3 boys die, and then the tail flicks out and hits. And wounds. Kills another boy.
Yeah.
And it looks like this after that combat. Right, I've got 6 command points left.
Have you?
Yeah,
Wow.
I know, I haven't spent any. So I'm thinking of swinging again. Because it costs 3 command points to attack again.
You
And I
can
know
do.
it's greedy, so let's do it again. Boss Knob swinging with his big chopper. And he hits on 3s, and I re-roll one of them. They all hit this time. Strength 7 toughness.
7.
And I re-roll one of these. 2 wounds. 2 4-up and buns.
Ooh, 1 goes through.
1, and they do 2 damage, so he's down to 2 wounds left. And now I'm going to fight you again. Let's get this on camera because I might kill you.
Go for it.
2 guys at the bottom are in range of the people up here, so they can lend some blows. This many attacks. Hitting on 3s. And winning on 5s. How many is that? That is 4 wounds, 4 3-up saves, 2 wounds to finish up. And that Hive Tyrant is still alive, and that's the end of my turn 3. Some 2 wounds left. But I did grab the loot. I did get behind enemy lines. I have made 3 charges, so it's 10 points to 7 in favour of Murphy's Waagh. More importantly, we're having a great time slaughtering our way, having a lovely, lovely fight. 10 point, and you've got 2 models left.
2 models.
Would you like to concede?
No, I'm not conceding.
No?
I'm not making it easy for you. Well, actually, I guess I am, but I'm not making it any easier for you.
Yeah, and it would be nice if the boys had a bit more of a fight. So let's go on to Tyranids turn 4. Here are the Tyranid objectives. They came here to take ground, and now they want to take objective 3, 5, and 6. 10 points to 6. Here we are after the Tyranids movement phase. They've got 3 units left.
3.
You're on this objective here. There's objective 5, so you've got a point for that. And you've pulled back to objective 6, so you've got a point for that. So
Yay.
10 points to 8. It's not overly it yet. Big Bug backing up, though. Seems unbug-like. However, over here, the Winged Hive Tyrant staying in close combat with this big swarm of boys. So let's go into the psychic test phase. What are we doing with his psychic shenanigans?
Let's do Smite.
Smite again like we did last summer?
Yeah.
Okay, you need a 5. Can't deny you anymore, that's a pass. D3 mortal wounds. You killed 2 boys.
2.
What else can you do?
And he's going to do the horror on the unit of boys.
All right, yeah, we'll try and remember it this time.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
That goes off too.
So they're horrified, and you just said what about what?
I forgot. I wanted to heal him.
Regeneration.
Regeneration, yes.
Stratagem. How much does that cost? Just
2
1?
CP.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah,
D3 mortal wounds on your Winged Hive Tyrant. For 3. He's back up to
Nice.
5 wounds. After the Hive Tyrant regened, we come over to here to the shooting phase. Dragon Prime firing its, what is it called?
Bioelectric pulse with containment spines.
In on the Orks. 12 shots hitting on 4s. Look so pleased every time you remember that word for word.
It's a tricky one.
It is a tricky one. Strength 5, toughness 4.
3s. Just 2.
Just 2 wounds. 2 boys die. These guys advance, so we might as well fire them.
Yeah.
Little bugs did nothing in the shooting phase. Now we're across to the fight phase. Winged Hive Tyrant attacking boys. 3s to hit. Everything hit.
Lovely. 3s to wound.
Yep. 3 wounds. 3 in buns. You make one of them. So 2 more boys die. That's 4 in total. And then the tail hits. Doesn't wound. So 4 boys died. Their leadership currently is 12 because they're within 6 inches of them. So even if I rolled a 6, that'd be 10. They're not running anywhere. I don't even know why I'm saying that because I get to fight back now.
Yes, you do.
Yes, so let's do that. 6 normal boys attacking, 3 attacks each. That's 18 attacks. Hitting on 4s. We remembered this time because of the horror. 8 hits, wounding on 5s. I get 3 wounds. 3 up saves.
That's it.
Okay, and then the big chopper from a boss knob. 4s, rerolling 1 because I'm lucky. 2 hits and 3s. They both wound at -1, 2 damage each.
4 ups. Ooh.
He's down to 1 wound left. That's the end of Tyranids turn 4. 1 wound on your Hive Tyrant. The Trigon Prime is still kicking it. And a small squad of little bugs here. It's 8 points to 10. In favour of the Orks as we go on to Orks turn 4. Here are my orders. Stomp 'em, boys. Basically, if I kill something in the fight phase, I get a point. If I kill many things in the fight phase, I can get many points. But there isn't many things left, so I can't kill many things. That was many minis. Did you know?
Yes, many were said then.
More speed, go faster. Basically, I need to advance, and I can do that. And defend objective 2, I'm not going to do that. Here we are after my movement phase. I need to advance 3 things for more speed, go faster. Didn't bother doing that. Just push the truck deep into the opponent's deployment zone. And the Mega Knob should clear out the last little bugs here. The swarm of boys plus the last biker should take on the Trigon Prime here, backed up by the shock guns from the shotgun jump dragster. Mouthful. And then over here, 1 more wound to be taken off of that Winged Hive Tyrant. Just kill 1 thing in close combat and it's a point. But if I kill these 3 things in close combat, that'll be D3 points. As for defend objective 2, no, we're not going to do that either. Let's just kill stuff and finish this fight. Starting the shooting phase, let's do the shock jump dragsters at the same time into the Trigon Prime. Yeah? Happy with that?
Go for it.
Okay. 5s to hit with the rockets. I actually hit with 1 of the rocket. And then daka. Nope, so 1 hit, strength 8, doesn't wound. And then the 2 shock jump, the things targeting squigs, they hit on 3s. And I reroll one of them because I'm lucky. Two hits, strength 8. 2 wounds at -3 d6 damage a time. So 2 6s.
No.
2 d6 damage.
Ooh.
And I re-roll that because I'm lucky.
Go for it.
7 wounds. Then after the dragsters fired in, I fired the dead shooty special relic gun and the bikes and all the boys round here into the Trigon Pine. Didn't do any wounds. He's still on 5 wounds. Yep. However, over here, I managed to unload the Combi Scorcher, the Flamer, into the little bugs and all their other Daka, and wiped out these little bugs that were on Objective 5. Now, the last thing left to fire is the pistols into close combat. You've got 1 wound left.
Yes, just the one left.
So it would be an ignoble death.
Indeed.
5s to Daka you. Everything misses, but I get to reroll 1 because I'm lucky.
Ooh.
I hit. 5s to wound, and I get to reroll because I'm lucky. Is that going to be the lucky shot that kills you?
3 up.
No. So now we go on to the fight phase. The boys are going to have a great time charging in here and over here against the wind hive tyrant. Right, after the charge phase, the boys and the bike managed to get in here. The boys are within 6 inches of the knob with the Waagh banner, who's just lurking around the corner there. He's not charging in because he had to advance again. He's been basically that knob with Waagh banner has been running around all over the place, swinging the banner and not making any of these charges. So boys attacking Trigon Prime. The guy with the claw is right at the front. He's going to hit on 3s because of the Waagh banner nearby. And they will miss, but I can reroll one of these because I'm lucky. And a hit, and a wound on a 3. 1 wound at -3.
So that is a
6 up.
6 up. No.
D6 damage.
D6 or D3?
D3, sorry.
Good, that's
So
all right.
3 damage.
You're worried then.
He's on 2 left.
Yep.
And then all the boys will fight you. After rolling to hit and rolling the wound, you've got 8 saves to make of 3 up.
Come on. Oh no, dead.
And on a 6, your Trigon Prime goes
Oh, he does.
very crazy.
No.
And I managed to take him out. Now the last Tyranid left on the battle grid.
Well, I think
It's
I'll
over here.
spend my last 2 command points then
For what?
to interrupt.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I might as well.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what you can do. 5 attacks, hitting.
5 attacks. Hitting on 4s now.
Yes, hitting on 4s because you're so injured.
Rerolling 1s though.
He gets a hit in.
3. No.
He doesn't wound.
Oh.
Okay, my boss knob swings his big chopper on 4s because of the horror. Reroll that because he's lucky. 3 hits to wound, and reroll that because he's lucky. 2 wounds, 2 4 up.
Ooh,
Vulnerable
okay.
saves. 1 wound left on your winged hive tyrant.
No.
And you fail the save. And that is the last Tyranid creature wiped out. And it is a victory for the very first time on the channel. Very first victory for Murphy's Waagh. This is the way the world ends. So in chapter approved 2018, acceptable losses is a thing, but cleanse and capture, this is a main rulebook stuff. So as soon as you finish off your opponent, it is an automatic victory. And I've got quite a bit of footprint left on the table. Some squads of boys over here. The dragsters are still okay. Yes, my HQ's got wiped out by your masterful counterattack round this angle of the table. But in the end, I've got a lot of presents left. What happened there, Mikey P?
Well, that's convincing victory. I don't know really. I think 2 horde armies clashing, the bigger horde wins.
Yeah.
I think you definitely had more presence than I did on table. That might be because I brought everything on piecemeal, give you an opportunity to take everything apart bit by bit.
Yeah. I think as well with horde armies or assault armies, it's about who jumps on who. Like you came forward with your gene stealers,
Yes.
then I jumped on them. Came forward and if maybe, see you went first but lost, but maybe if you'd have given me first turn, I'd have just shoved.
Yeah.
And then you should have been able to jump on me with your gene stealers and should have been able.
I think I was a bit more frightened of your shooting than I should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought my thinking of going first was basically, well, otherwise I give you a free turn of shooting.
Yeah.
So I might as well move forward before you start shooting.
Yeah.
But yeah, didn't pay off for me.
I tell you what I thought as well. I thought it's because I didn't have much shooting, but with that reroll 1 hit, 1 damage, 1 wound across every single. See, these only hit on 5s twice with essentially las cannons or missile launchers, strength 8 -3 d6 damage a time. But with that lucky blue stratagem,
makes a big difference. Getting all those rerolls, it's always free command points, isn't it?
Basically, yeah, many free command points. I know people like the Evil Sun, so they can charge forward and they've got a really fast army. Or the the
Evil
Bad
Suns.
Moons, which is
Bad Moons,
reroll hit
rerolling
rolls
ones.
of ones.
Yeah.
You see, if you're just re-rolling hit rolls of 1, you're probably not. It's good to hit, but what about to damage? What about to wound?
Yeah, that's it, and it's reroll anything, isn't it? Anything that fails, one, and you get to reroll the damage as well.
Yeah.
So I think that is. I mean, every unit gets 3 free rerolls.
And then in close combat as well, you could potentially 3 when you shoot and 3 when you fight. And if one of those rerolls is a claw, it's an important reroll.
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, but let's be face it, you haven't got the most competitive Tyranid list. You were playing the narrative there. There's no Exocrines in this list. There was no Tyrannifexes in this list. No Hive Tyrants, not Hive Tyrants, Hive Guard in that list.
Yeah, very little shooting in my list.
Yeah.
It's primarily little bits of shooting, short range shooting, and mostly clock combat stuff. So
yeah,
not very competitive at all.
Yeah, but a victory for Murphy's Waagh. Maybe next time we'll see Murphy.
And a fun game, lots of fun.
Thank you for coming up.
Oh, pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Battle Map brought to you by GameMap.eu. All the painting of the boys done by Den of Imagination. The Orc scenery done by Cromlech. And you were created in the heart of a star, your heavy elements. And you made your way here in a car.
That's fate.
If you would like more Winter's SEO stuff, please join us in the Deployment Zone at www.deploymentzone.tv. Hope you enjoyed that battle report. Happy wargaming.
Love you, bye.